AMC stock up over 100% today. I mean, guys, I know you're out there, you're happy right now, but we are just getting started. And I want to remind everybody that this is just the beginning of the short squeeze. If you think it's too late, is it too late to make money? The answer to that should always be no, okay? This is not the peak. We still have so much potential left in this stock. All we have to do is continue buying and continue holding, and we will see some ridiculously high prices for AMC. Now, guys, I know maybe if you're new to investing, if you want to know what's going on with all of these trading halts, why was AMC halted so many times today? That is exactly what we're going to be talking about in this video. It is nothing to worry about. Do not fear when these halts come into play. It's completely natural. It's okay. And the stock price will rocket even higher. So, of course, if all this sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2021 the best year ever. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us. Become a bro. We are here every single day. And, of course, we are growing our portfolios together. Guys, I know that the majority of people on this channel, the majority of people watching this video tonight will absolutely be ecstatic because the portfolio gains that they are seeing right now are incredible. I mean, let us know down in the comments below if you want to shout out to yourself and say what your percentage gains look like right now. Absolutely do it because they have to be phenomenal. Inspire the rest of the people out there to know that it's not too late to get into AMC. I've seen that question so many times today in the live stream. People texting me, guys, it's later. You're getting in at a more expensive price than if you would have got in last week or 2 weeks ago or 3 months ago, whatever. But we're not done. We're just getting started. Calm down. The gains will continue, and it's looking very bullish. But here's the deal. A lot of new investors, a lot of people may be worried about these trading halts. Okay, so let's go over why we saw these halts in AMC stock today, why we should expect to see more halts in the future, and why it's nothing to worry about. And I believe it's important because if you guys were watching the price today, as a lot of us were, you saw that after that very first trading halt, I think it was in like the $60 range, it dropped all the way back down to $50 right afterwards. There was a decent sell-off, and I believe that occurred because a lot of new investors, a lot of people who don't really understand these halts, got scared. They decided to sell, and the price fell back down a little bit. Okay, so let's go over it so that we do not have to panic. We do not have to worry about it in the future. So here, they set these trading halts up to kind of curb the volatility and stop the price from moving so much in a single direction that it burns people, right? They try to tell you that it's something for your benefit, that to limit the volatility and blah, blah, blah. But here's the deal. So a stock is supposed to trade in certain bands. Now, these bands are tighter or looser depending on the price of the stock, whether or not it's in the S&P 500 or the Russell 1000. There's a lot to do with which stock has which bands. But AMC needs to be trading. So let's go over a couple different things. There's a couple different time frames that you need to know. 9:30 is when the market opens until 9:45. So the first 15 minutes of the trading day allows for a wider band. Why? Simply because we normally see more volatile action in the first 15 to 30 minutes of the trading day. Volume is higher. People are putting their buy orders in at the market open, and it creates for more volatile scenarios. So they double the bands during that time. And then at the end of the day, it's the same thing. Power hour and so on from 3:35 Eastern Time until the market closes at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, the bands are also doubled. So when you're looking at AMC stock, what are these bands you're talking about? What do they want the stock price to be trading at, and when will they halt it? So it's very simple. During the market open from 9:30 to 9:45, and then the market close from 3:35 until 4 o'clock, these are Eastern times, of course, there is a 20% price band on there. It is allowed to swing up or it is allowed to swing down by 20%. Now, 20% of what, you might be asking? 20% of the previous day's close, 20% of, 20% from what? Now, the 20% number, that base number that they use, is derived from the previous 5 trading minutes. The average price over the previous 5 minutes determines the 20% price bands that are on there. So if the stock is acting in a volatile manner, if it's going, but it's parabolic, right? And it's increasing very quick, then they're going to be using the average price over the last 5 minutes. If it's kind of trading sideways and then jumps up, it's going to be a lot different than if it's trending higher and jumps up or down. So, if it's just sitting here, if AMC is sitting there at $63 per share, and then all of a sudden it jumps up to $69 per share out of nowhere, it's going to get halted if it's midday, because that's more than a 10% increase. It's more than a $6 increase on, well, maybe it was right around that $6 mark, but you get what I'm saying. 10% on that price during the day is going to trigger that halt. Now, of course, if it's trending higher, if it's 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, it can continue that summit just like that because it's never increasing by more than 10% over the previous 5 minutes period, over that previous 5-minute average. It'll allow it to continue increasing that way, and that sort of volatility can be sustained because it's not a dramatic increase over the previous 5 minutes. It's a nice bottom left to upper right-hand curve, and it goes the same way downward, okay? So if we're sitting there at $63 or wherever we like to sit around today, I know we're trading around $70 after hours, but if we're sitting there, it's $70, you say $70, and it's just trading sideways. If it jumps down to $63, that's a 10% move, it'll get halted. If it jumps up to $77, it'll get halted. So it's something that you should expect. Now, should we panic? No. These halts only last for 5 minutes, and then the stock is allowed to trade again. So it's the same deal. If it begins trading and then we see some sort of volatility, then yes, it will get halted again. It can get halted throughout the entire day if the volatility is there. So we would love to see beautiful price patterns from the bottom left to upper right, and they can go pretty quick, right? I mean, if you're using the previous 5 minutes average, we still know that they can continue to increase at a very high pace without being halted. But I kind of wanted to clear that up a little bit because I knew we saw the sell-off after that first halt today, and I know that a lot of people out there might be like, what's going on? Is this my broker? Is this natural? Is this something that occurs? Like, is this manipulation? And people get worried about AMC, especially when we're looking at 300, 400, 500, 600% gains on our portfolio, 1,000% gains on your portfolio. And it can get dangerous if you don't know what's going on. So hopefully this sheds a little bit of light. The bands on AMC are a 10% price swing from the previous 5 minutes. If you're looking from 9:45 to 3:35. If you're looking at the market open and close, it needs to move 20% from the previous 5-minute average in order to trigger that trading halt, and it only lasts 5 minutes. So by now, if you held AMC today and you made it through 4 trading halts, you guys are pretty much a pro when it comes to holding through halts. I think you've seen it all by now. If you've been holding for any period of time, if you held it throughout today, I'm pretty sure you've seen it all. So now is the time to pat yourself on the back, to really get used to seeing this volatility and seeing these gains, because guys, we are just getting started, and I know there are people out there tempted to take their profits right now because you could potentially be sitting on life-changing money already. Watching the stock go from $6 to $60 just over the last couple of months, you could potentially be sitting on life-changing money. But I just want to reassure everybody that the potential for AMC is unlimited. So if you've already written a comment down there, don't be afraid to write another one. Let us know your price predictions if you are willing to hold the stock. I know we saw a ton of volume today, which means a ton of people were selling AMC. Just let us know down in the comments below if you are willing to hold the stock. So guys, hopefully you can share this video with somebody who may not be too familiar with trading halts, whether or not they were wondering what's going on with these halts. And of course, if you have any questions, we will be live again tomorrow. Hopefully I can answer any questions you have out there, and we can get into a good discussion about what's going on, how high AMC is going to go, whether or not you're worried or anything like that. We are cool, calm, and collected. You guys, if that button right there is still red, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us, become a bro. We are here every single day. And of course, you should know by now that we are growing our portfolios together. There's a link for Webull. It's very simple to sign up. Deposit $100. You're going to get some free stocks. Use the link down in the description below. Twitter, if you want to follow me, ClayBro883 at Twitter, or there's also a link down in the description. And ClayBro.com if you would like a bro shirt. I'm wearing one right now if we can get it out there a little bit. Yeah, bro shirt, very nice. It's backwards because the camera's mirrored. But yeah, guys, I think that's it. So until the next time, I hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.